All right, man. Welcome back to another fight week. How you feeling?
Feeling great.
Yeah.
Happy to be here. Excited. Big fight, obviously. But I feel like this is the most excited I've ever been for a fight. These are the types of fights I'm looking for.
Is it because of the name that's across from you, and is just sort of what he's been able to do in the sport and how long he's been around? Is it purely about the name, or are there other factors there too?
It's about the name too. It's about the name, but also I'm getting up into the guys that I feel like I belong with, up in there in the top echelon of guys. I feel like he's right there on the fringe, and that's where I want to be. I didn't really get into this sport or the UFC to fight twice, lose, and head home.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit about the name. I remember watching him when I first started training. He was already in the UFC. So I think for the tier of guys, for where I'm at, I think he's the biggest guy. So I'm excited.
You guys, I feel like some people might look at you as still as an up and comer. Don't take that the wrong way.
Yeah.
But if you look at the two of your guys' names on paper, they say, well, here's the up and comer and here's the established veteran.
Mhm.
Yet you guys are the same age.
Yeah.
It's just he just got into this a little bit earlier than you.
Yeah.
So talk about him as the kind of name that a win over puts you into that conversation where you're like, all right, like I'm sniffing the top 15 now.
Yep.
Now I'm getting guys who are in that
Mhm.
10, 12, 15 range as opponents, and that's how you kind of climb your way up into contention.
Yeah, I think they're 100% right. I still view myself as an up-and-comer. I feel like now I'm obviously still growing. I'm newer to the sport. I feel like I'm the best I've ever been now. So they're 100% right. So I think a win over him is huge for me and my career. And we're both 36 years old. So when you see this on paper, you're like, man, this is the geriatric matchup here. But I think I'm a different brand of 36. I'm not a 40-fight veteran 36. I'm still young. I still feel good. I'm still beating up the 20-year-olds in the gym. I'm sure he is too. He's incredible. But I'm a little less weathered 36. I like to think.
Talk about that one from August. You got back on track, another stoppage win.
Yep.
Had to have been huge for you. 4 out of 5 now. Does it feel like that put the momentum right back where it needed to be?
I think so. Yeah, we stalled out a little bit against Lentz. I think guys do every now and then, but right back on track and obviously working on mistakes, fixing things. That was a big fight for me. And then I tried to jump back on another fight earlier, December, January, kept getting pushed back. That was a big one for my career, and obviously made some big improvements. So just looking to build on that.
The 3 losses you've had, they've been to fairly established guys.
Yeah.
All decisions. Obviously, you haven't shown yet that you're a guy who can be stopped.
Yep.
Jim Miller's been stopping guys,
Yep.
but you haven't been one of those guys that can be put away.
Yep.
Do you feel like that's something that works in your advantage come Saturday night, that you're maybe more durable than some of the guys he's been putting away lately?
Yeah, but I'm not going to discount what he's done lately. Anybody who's watched him, man, he's put on some good fights here lately. He's looked like a killer. I don't know if he's bounced back from the Lyme disease deal, or I think his story's pretty well known. But it's impressive what he's done lately. However, I like to lean on my toughness every now and then, whether it's a good thing or not. He's New Jersey tough. He's able to hang in there. I'm Tennessee tough. So you best believe we're going to meet in the middle. There's going to be some fireworks, and I don't plan on going down. That's for sure.
The losses you've had, there's been no such thing for you as back-to-back losses. So
No.
what has come from those setbacks that you've said, all right,
Yeah.
now we can build on this. We're not going to let this happen again the next time out?
I think just being an intelligent athlete, saying, hey, what did we do? Put my ego aside. Hey, why'd you lose? What can we work on? How can we get better? So it's no different now. Coming off the Lentz fight, worked on a lot of those positions that have given me trouble in the past. And those 3 fights that I have lost, I didn't get smoked. I got beat by a couple wrestling positions. Yeah. They landed a good shot every now and then, but I took a round off all those fights. It was arguably even going into the 3rd round on all of those. So I think being able to have people around me that are honest and intelligent, and me being an intelligent athlete also, coming from a lot of my background, was able to help me make adjustments and hang tough and keep climbing.
Talk to me a little bit about what he brings to the table. You did mention him kind of rebounding from the Lyme disease and the way he's been able to put some people away recently, but what does he have that you paid extra special attention to in terms of getting prepared?
Well, I think he brings a lot of pressure. He's obviously his toughness, number one, brings a lot of pressure, and he's well-rounded too. And he's not really, he likes to throw down, but he'll fight anywhere. He doesn't, he'll look for takedowns. He'll blend the whole game. He looks to grapple. Obviously, his grappling is his best thing. It's superb. So what I have to try and do is put the fight where I have those few percentage of advantage, and I have to try and keep the fight there. But it's a well-rounded game. I think it's going to be like 2 straight cats in a bag on Saturday night. I think the fans are in for a real treat. I think that's who's really going to win here.
You're fighting 155, which is, one of the most stacked divisions around. You did mention earlier you didn't come into this thing to go 2-1 and then be on your way. So talk to me a little bit about the process of working your way up and trying to climb into those rankings, as a 36-year-old guy.
Yeah, you know what? I kind of decided before this fight, I don't care about those rankings. I don't care about that belt. I don't care about the rankings. I do care about fighting the best guys, but I just want some fights that get me excited, that the fans will like. I'm here for a good time, not a long time. And I always told myself, hey, let's do it till we feel good, or till when I start not feeling good, when I start not getting excited for the fights, then I'll call it a career. I'm a smart guy. I have a college degree. I'm motivated. I'm smart. I can do anything I want. I could have picked any career. Obviously, played college baseball, played a little bit of pro hockey. I'm a well-rounded dude, so I don't have to fight, but I love it. So, I'm here for a good time, not a long time.
So that's a rare thing where guys will be able to say, I don't need to worry about chasing a title at the end, at the end of a rainbow. But if you get those kind of fights that motivate you and that excite you, and you get wins in those kinds of fights, they're going to be against guys who are further up the rankings, which means that automatically you're going to be putting yourself into that conversation. So
I think so.
I'm guessing a title shot's not something you'd turn down if it happened 2 years from now.
No, definitely wouldn't. If I still feel good, still plugging away, still kicking ass, I'll do it for sure. I'm not going to turn it away, but that's just not my main focus right now. I just don't care. I'm more of a BMF belt kind of guy, I think, right now. That's kind of changed my focus. I think a lot of guys have. So that's kind of what I'm after. Whether that's attainable or not, that's what my focus is.
A good payday would be okay?
Yeah. Yeah, I got a kid, a new house now.
I was going to say, how much about being a daddy has changed that?
Oh, it's changed it big time. I think, before my son came along, it was a little different. I was kind of fighting, having fun, and doing it for myself. But now it's a lot different. I like those paydays. I need them. I'm trying to set him up for when I'm gone or whatever. So definitely need those paydays, and beating these guys like this, those help with those paydays. And I'm not going to lie, the more exciting a fight looks on paper, the more potential it has for extra money. So
Sure.